What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video I'll be showing you how to draw Molten Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's. Let's get started in the center of our page with the top edge of the nose. So we're going to start on the left side. We're going to draw a curve that goes up in the middle and then back down on the right. Now from the ends we're going to draw a short line coming down the sides of the nose. Then from the ends we're going to curve in and then down towards the center point. So on the left side we're going to curve in and just bend that down on the center. Do the same thing on the right. Now I'm going to fill the nose in black. From the center of the nose, draw a straight line coming down towards the top edge of the muzzle. Now I'm going to curve the bottom of the muzzle. Starting from the center, we're going to curve down, and we're just going to bend that up towards the left, go back to center, curve down, and then up on the right. Let's move to the top left of the nose. I'm going to curve out and then bend that down towards the bottom edge of the muzzle. Do the same thing on the right. Curving out and then we'll bend that down. Let's add in some detail. Starting from the left side of the nose, I'm going to curve out and then down towards the bottom. We'll step over and draw that same curve. Now right in between, along the bottom, we're going to draw a curve going up and then down. We'll step up towards the top, curve in the opposite direction, coming down and up. We'll fill that inside area in black. Over on the left side, I'm going to curve in and then out, like a half circle. Now let's go over to the right side. Starting down here, I'm going to curve up, and we're just going to bend that down, go out, and then down towards the bottom. Now along this curve, I'm going to step down, just trace it out, just below, and we'll fill that inside area in black. Above the left muzzle, we're going to draw the wires coming out of the eye. So right up here, we're going to draw two straight lines coming down, side by side. Close off the top with a curve, going up and then down. Now over toward the left side, I'm going to curve up, and then bend that down towards the bottom. Go to the right, and we'll do the same thing, going up and then down. Let's draw a circle around those wires. Over on the left side, curve around, and back in on the right. We're going to fill that in black. We're going to trace this circle on the outside. So stepping down, go all the way around, and then back in. Now you want to draw that same size circle over on the right side. So we're going to line this up, go all the way around towards the bottom, and back up towards the top. And then we're going to trace this out on the inside. Let's draw the inside edge of the eye frame. Starting on top of the nose on the left, go straight up. We do the same thing on the right side to the same height. Now from here we're going to curve over the eye and then down on the outside. We're going to come straight down the sides, right about there. And we'll curve down and in towards the muzzle. Let's fill the outer area in black. Now we're going to trace the frame along the outside. So we're going to step in just on top of the nose, straight up on both sides. I'm just going to follow those curves, going up and then out, come down the sides, and we'll just pull that down and in behind the muzzle. And move to the side and round out the cheeks. Start from the bottom corner of the eye, and curve up, round this out, and then pull that in towards the bottom corner of the muzzle. Let's do the same thing on the right. Curving up, rounding out the cheek, and pulling that in. Let's move to the top and draw the edge of the hat. Starting above the left eye, top, we're going to draw a straight line going across towards the right. Go up along the sides with a short line, and we'll close off the top with a straight horizontal line. From the top corners, we're going to step in, draw 2 straight lines going up towards the top of the hat. And we'll close off the top, starting on the left, curve up, and then down. Now I'm going to split the head down the center, starting underneath the hat brim, straight down in between the eyes, and down towards the nose. Let's go down to the bottom corners of the hat. I'm going to curve out the head, bend this down on top of the cheek. Let's add in the eyebrows. Above the left eye, we start on the outside, curve up, and then down. Now on the inside, we draw a straight line going up. We'll do the same thing on the right, and then close off the top with a curve. Let's fill the eyebrow in black. Now I'm going to draw that same eyebrow over on the right side, but we're going to raise this up a little bit higher. So from this point, we step up, and then down. Draw a short line going up on the inside and outside. Then we'll close off the top. Let's fill the eyebrow in black. Let's add some detail to the face. In between the eyebrow and that center line, draw a curve coming down and up. Then on top of the eyebrow, we'll draw a straight line going up towards the hat. Down towards the bottom corner of the eye, curve up, and then out towards the side of the head. Then from that center line, I'm going to curve out and then down in behind the eye. We're going to fill this area in black. Now we're going to move out and draw on the ears. Let's start with the one on the left. We're going to draw in a circle. Starting from the top, we're going to leave a gap between the ear and the side of the head. We'll go all the way around towards the top. Now let's trace the ear on the inside. Just leaving an even space gap all the way around. Now I'll draw that same sized ear over on the right side, but I'm going to raise this up a little bit higher. So we start up here, go all the way down, and back up towards the top. Then again, we're going to trace the ear out on the inside. Now we're going to connect the ears to the head with 2 wires on either side. Let's start on the left side, draw a curve coming down and in, step up, draw that twice. Now we're going to go to the top and curve in the opposite direction, coming down and in. Let's do the same thing on the right side, starting with the inside, curve in and down, step down. Now along the bottom, we'll curve down and in. Now let's move down and draw on the lower jaw. We start underneath the cheek on the left, curve in, and then out. Go to the right side and do the same thing. Curving in, and then out. We're going to round out the jaw. Just pulling that back in with a short curve. Now we're going to come down towards the bottom of the chin and just pull that up in the center. So let's start on the left. We're going to curve down and in. And then right in the center, we're just going to pull that up. Do the same thing on the right. Curving down, out, and then up. Let's go back to the outside, curve around and in. I'm going to follow the same curve, going down in the middle, going across, and then up towards the right. Now at that center point, I'm going to draw a straight line going up towards the bottom of the mouth. Now I move to the side and draw the edge of the lip. Starting on the left, curve out, and then in, go to the right, and do the same thing. From the bottom of the left lip, we're going to add a circle. Start the bottom edge, go all the way around, and back down. Now along the top, I'm just going to curve up a little bit higher, and then back down on the inside. Let's fill that top area in black. Let's add a thick wire along the side of the jaw. We step in, just follow that same curve going around and back out. Now let's add the top row of fangs. Starting from the center, angle down and out toward the left, and then the right, angle up and out. We'll continue adding more teeth out towards the side. We'll add one more on either side. Now let's go to the bottom. We're going to leave a gap in the middle, go to the left, go up and out, left and right side, and then come down. Again, we're going to continue all the way out towards the sides. Let's fill the inside area of the mouth in black. Alright, now that we completed the head, let's work our way down the body. We start in the center with the bow tie. So over on the left side, underneath the lip, and draw a circle, curving around, and then back up. From the bottom edge of the circle, angle down and out towards the left and right, and we'll pull that straight up underneath the chin. Now from the bow tie, we'll step out and draw the sides of the body. So starting on the left, we'll step out, start by coming down, and then we're going to bend that out. We'll go to the right side and do the same thing, coming down and then out. Let's close off the bottom. From the left side, we'll curve down and then up. Let's add an eyeball along the left side. So just starting at the top, we'll draw a circle, going around, and then in the center, we'll draw a smaller circle. Now the body is basically a bunch of wires just pushed together. So we're going to take this curve and just trace it along the inside. So start on the side of the bow tie, curve down, and go in behind the eyeball, and then down towards the bottom. Let's do the same thing on the right, curving down, and then out. Now we want to mix up the direction of the wires along the inside. Start from the bottom corner of the bow tie, curve out, and then down, step over. We want to draw that same thickness of wire that we have on the outside. Now let's go to the left side, underneath the bow tie, curve down and in, and we're going to continue over on the right side. Let's step in and just trace that out, in behind, all the way down towards the bottom. Let's move down to the bottom, just underneath the eye, curve up, continue along the top, over towards the right, and then we're just going to bend that across, step up, again just tracing that out on the outside. And then we'll fill the inside of these gaps with various curves. Starting from the top, we'll step down, cross and down, and then going across. Now let's twist some wires along the base of the body. Starting on the left side, we're going to draw a curve, coming out and in, almost like a bracket. And we'll connect the bottoms with another curve, coming down and then back up. Go back to the right side. We're going to curve down and then out towards the base of the body. We're going to add that bracket and follow that same curve going out and up towards the top. I'm going to close off the top with a bracket. Let's go over to the left side. Starting out here, we're going to curve down. We're going to go in behind, continue on the right side and out. Round out the bottom. I'm going to follow that same curve going back towards the start. And then again, we're going to close off the top with the bracket. I'm going to add another eyeball down here. Add a circle. And then the pupil will pull down towards the bottom right. We'll also add another eyeball over on the right side. Now let's close off the bottom. Over on the left side, we curve down, and then up, step up, and just trace that across. And then we're going to close off the sides of the body. Starting at the bottom left, curve up, and then in. Now on this side, we're going to go in the opposite direction. We're going to curve down, and then out. Let's trace those on the inside. We'll go in behind the eye, and then down towards the bottom. And then again, we're going to fill these empty areas in with a series of curves. Now we're going to pull a couple wires out from the side of the body. Let's start down here, curve out, and then in, go back up, and draw that same curve coming down. Now I'm going to draw a wire coming up, starting down here, curve out and up, continue on the outside. I'm going to flatten off the end, and we'll follow that same curve coming back in. We'll add another wire on the left side, going out and up, flatten off the end, and pull that back in. Now let's move up and draw in the arms. From the top of the body, we step down, I'm going to curve out, and then down towards the wrist, line this up on the right, and do the same thing. Now back on the left, let's start with the thumb, curving in and out, like a small half circle. And at the bottom of the thumb, we curve up and in towards the wrist. Do the same thing on the right. Draw that small half circle, connect the wrist towards the bottom of the thumb. Now we're going to add 3 fingers on either side. Starting from the bottom curve of the thumb, come down and then up, step down, curve down and up the second finger. Now the third finger, we're just going to pull up towards the wrist, so right about there. Let's do the same thing on the right. And then from the outside of the wrist, we're going to curve up and then down towards the inside of the wrist. Let's separate out the tips of the fingers. Starting here, we're going to curve down and up, go in between, and then on the outside. Let's go to the outside of the wrist and curve the arm coming back in behind the head. Up, and pulling that in, and the same thing on the right side. Now let's draw the inside edge of the arms. We'll step in, just trace that across and up. Do the same thing on the inside. We'll do the same thing on the right arm. And then we'll scatter the wires along the inside of the arm. Starting at the bottom, up, and then in. We'll step in and draw that same curve. Do the same thing on the right. Starting at the top, curve out and then down. And then we'll fill in the gaps. And we also want to add some loose wires along the outside. Let's start on the left, curve up, and down, step out, trace that wire. Now on the inside, I'm just going to draw a loose wire coming down and in, flatten off the end, and curve that back up. Let's go to the right side. We'll start on the side of the head, curve out, and down in behind the arm, and trace that out. Let's loosen the wire on the side of the body. Out and in, and one more time. And we'll add one more wire on the left side, curving out and then in, tracing the inside. And that's pretty much it. There's Molten Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.